I realized that it was the shower water that was running. So I remember I looked to the side and I see the bathroom light on, and I was like, no, dude, that right there, dude, I started to freak the fuck out. Like,
police department, come out. Come on out. Hands up.
hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, ya tengo un chingo de tiempo que no subo videos aquí. La neta, I missed you guys. I've had a crazy year last year. So dije, this year I'm gonna proponerme to upload more videos and be a little bit more active on here. But yes, ahorita les traigo un fucking story time, bitch. Oh my god, dude. Esto me pasó hace más de un año, so por eso ya me siento más comfortable telling you guys the story because it already passed a while back. But yes, get you guys some snacks, some drinks. Yo voy a estar chingando un ceviche con unas tostaditas. And for drink, bitch, I'm gonna get me a motherfucking Red Bull because I'm fucking tired. Also, let me show you guys the nails that I did on myself. Bitch, tell me why I just noticed that I did the hearts al revés, way. Like, look, estos voltean para acá y estos para arriba. Do you see? Oh my god. Pero no hay pedo, way. Hay peda. Ow! Let's get started, bitch. I'm also gonna do my makeup. I have my mirror down here, so in case I am looking a little bit para abajo, it's because I'm looking at myself down here. But cheers, bitch, to a new year. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Hopefully, I pray that you guys made goals to better yourself, to focus on your mental health, your physical health. Y nada, plebes, que tengan un año bien chingón. Y les deseo todo lo mejor a todos los que estén mirando este video. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so first things first, this story is gonna be in Spanglish. Porque lo voy a contar como si estuviéramos on FaceTime. Anyway, so this happened, bitch, when I was 3 months pregnant, okay? I was 3 months pregnant at the time with my baby. My baby is now 10 months, so ustedes hagan the math there. But yes, I was 3 months pregnant. And let me tell you, let me give you a little backstory, okay? Okay, so on this day, I was cooking it up in the fucking kitchen. No recuerdo muy bien que estaba cocinando. I just remember that it was something that would make the house very smoky. So I went and I opened the blinds. I didn't open the blinds, I opened the windows from my kitchen and my living room. So abrí las ventanas. I kept on cooking, whatever, we ate. My baby daddy went to work. And so nomás nos quedamos yo and my 2-year-old son at the time. So we were there home chilling. I remember me and my baby were in the living room watching TV. Y sentí como frito. So I remember going to the living room to close the window. So I closed the window. I wasn't hella pregnant. I was 3 months pregnant. But like, dude, like my symptoms were so bad. I was super tired. I was very nauseous. So I remember going to bed like around 9-10. So we went to bed. And then I woke up like at 4:30 in the morning to some humming outside my apartment. Like somebody was humming outside. Not only could I hear the humming, but I could hear like that they were playing with the manager's box. And that thing was like right next to my window. So I could hear them like lifting up like the tapadera. So I was like, what the heck? So I remember grabbing my phone. And I texted my baby daddy and I was like, dude, somebody is outside humming hella loud. I was like, and they're grabbing the manager's box. I was like, that's hella weird. And then he texted me back. He's like, yeah, that's weird because it's like super early, you know? And I was like, yeah. So then if you know me, like I always take out my phone. So I took out my phone. So I started recording and I'm going to play it for you guys. You can hear her humming. So then after I heard that, it kind of got a little quiet, like the humming kind of went away. But I could hear like movement outside my apartment, if that makes sense. Like I could hear like opening the door. Like I heard like somebody open the door. So then I remember texting my baby daddy and I was like, oh, I think it was like one of the neighbors, you know. When that was happening, I actually recorded, and you could hear like the noise. And now I know that it was the person removing the spring from my window and then jumping inside and then opening the door, my door, putting the spring back, and then coming back inside my apartment and closing the door. So when I recorded, I could hear all of that, but I thought it was somebody else until I got up. And the moment that I opened the blind to like see outside, I didn't see anything because the person was literally already inside my apartment, bitch. Oh, hell no. So yes, I'm gonna play that right now so you guys can like listen to it. But yes, it was a person opening my door. But by the time that I picked out the window, I didn't see anything because the person was already literally inside my apartment. So then the person was inside my apartment for like 10 minutes. And I was just laying there in my room. I was wide awake. I was just laying there. And then like 10 minutes later, I hear a knocking on the door. And I heard them say,
"Police department, open the door."
I was like, what the heck? So I texted my baby daddy and I was like, dude, the police is knocking on our neighbor's door, because this whole fucking time, bitch, I thought I was a neighbor. So then I was like, oh my God, I was like, the police is here and they're knocking on our neighbor's door. And then he's like, what? No way. And then so they knocked like 2 times. And then I was like, let me look, because this is sounding like way too close to my window. So then I opened the blind and I literally see 2 police officers standing in front of my door, knocking on my door. I was like, what the fuck? So then I was like, hi. I was like, and then they're like, oh, police department. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'll be right there. Hello?
Police department.
Okay, 1 second. So when I noticed that they were knocking on my door, I started freaking the fuck out. I texted my baby daddy and I was like, dude, they're knocking on our door. So then I remember opening my room door. So let me give you guys like a little layout of my room. So say this, I'm in my room. So as soon as you get out of my room, it was a living room. And then before you pass the door, like the main door, there's like a small hallway where we had another room, a bathroom, and a closet. And then the dining area, and then the kitchen on the other side, right? So I remember opening my room door and I hear like water running. So I was like, at the time I didn't think it was anything bad, but I was like a little freaked out. But I was like, oh shit, I was like, maybe like the water is like running, or like our apartment's flooding. Like I didn't think anything super bad until I remember I was hearing the water running. So I started walking past our living room when I realized that it was the shower water that was running. So I remember I looked to the side and I see the bathroom light on, and I was like, no, dude, that right there, dude, I started to freak the fuck out. Like I could feel my blood boiling. I could feel my body shaking. Like I think como que me estaba dando como like a panic attack. I'm not too sure, like I don't want to say if it was that, but that's how I felt. Like I felt my heart racing and I was scared, you know. So then I immediately, as soon as I realized that that there was somebody in my shower, I rushed to the door. I opened it. I didn't even ask the police officers like, oh, like, why are you here? Like nothing like that. I just said, I literally opened the door and I was like, there's someone in my shower. I don't know who it is. I'm by myself with my baby. And then they were just like, okay, he's like, okay, so you're the only one in here. You're the only one here. And then I was like, yeah, and just my baby. And then they were like, okay, like step out. And then I was like, I'm not gonna step out. I was like, let me go get my baby at least. And then they were like, oh, like where is he? Where's the baby? And then I was like, oh, he's in the other room. So then they were like, where's the bathroom? So then I showed him like where the bathroom was at. And like my bathroom and that the room where we were at, it was kind of like far away. So he's like, oh, you could just stay there with your baby. So then one of the officers walked me to the room, and then he's like, oh, the bathroom's right there. And I was like, yes. And so, girl, let me get a little drink because I thought I was already over this. But remembering is making me feel some type of way. So when they started approaching the bathroom, then they just opened the door and they said, police department, get out. And then this whole time in my head, once I realized that there was somebody in my shower, I don't know why, I thought it was like a man, you know? So I was expecting like, you know, like a deep voice of a man. And then I hear a girl's voice. Era una plebes. La que se había metido a mi casa. So, yes, I was still scared. Because, like, what the fuck, you know? But I was like, a girl? Like, what the fuck? So then, the police told her to get out. And she got out, wrapped in my baby daddy's towel. And, I see her. And, first of all, I noticed that she was not all there. Like, she was drugged the fuck out. Like, she was really drugged out. I could just tell by the way that she was speaking, by the way that she kept like rocking and like, I don't know, you could just tell, you know? So I see her and I'm like, dude, I've never seen this girl in my life. Like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, who is she? Why is she here? How she get in? Because at the time I didn't know how she had gotten in. And then so they asked for her name, her age. So when she got out of the bathroom and they give her clothes and stuff to like to change, I believe they told her like, how'd you get in? And then she said, oh, my friend gave me her key. And then the cop was like, who's your friend? And then she's like, Emily. And then the cop didn't even know my name, but he just said, oh, Emily doesn't leave here, get the fuck out, you know? Because she was still in the shower. Not in the shower, but she was already, like, she was still in the bathroom when he asked her that. Sorry, I don't know if my story is gonna make sense. But either way, I'm gonna post a video because I was recording. I don't know why, just something told me to record, but yes, I was recording. You guys are gonna be able to see that. And you know what, I'm gonna put it right now just so you guys can actually like hear it word from word, because it's been a while, so me acuerdo pero no me acuerdo, you know?
Who's in the room?
Just me and my son.
Just in the room?
Yeah.
Where's the bathroom?
Right there. Right across.
So you and him that live?
Yes. My boyfriend's working.
Police department! Come out! Step on out! Hands up!
Okay.
Put your clothes on!
Okay.
Do you live here?
No, my friend does.
Who's your friend?
Emily.
Emily doesn't live here. Get your ass out. Where's your clothes at? Go ahead and step out. We'll grab your clothes. Stay right here. We got one. Who's coming in the front door?
Yeah, my friend Emily let me in.
You came in the front door?
Yeah, my
Where's
friend.
the key at?
I don't know. I asked her to take a shower.
Where's Emily at now?
I don't know. She was here before I went in.
Do you know her?
No. I heard her humming outside. I didn't even know.
Hey, stop wasting time. Put your clothes on.
So when the girl said like, oh yeah, my friend let me in, I was like, what friend? So in my head, I was like, oh my God, there's somebody else in the other room, you know? So, after they took her in or whatever, or they took her to the car, the police was like, oh, like, do you know her? Have you seen her? And I was like, no, I've never seen her. And then he was like, do you have another room? And then I was like, yeah. So he went and checked the other room. And, you know, thankfully there was somebody else there. But I was like, how'd she get in? You know, I was so confused. Until the cop was like, did you leave your window open? Or no, he's like, did you have your window open? And then that's when I remember that earlier that day or the day before, when I was cooking, I had left the kitchen window open. So that's how the girl broke in. So then after that, they went to go like talk to her, whatever. And then so the cop was like, oh, like I'll be back to like get my information and stuff. So then when he left, I texted my baby dad. I was like, dude, like somebody broke in. Like I was like super scared, but thankfully like the whole time my baby was sleeping, so he didn't even notice. So then I was like thinking, I'm like, oh my god, like how did they know that she was here? Like how did, like, who called, or like were they looking for her? Like I had like so many questions. So then the cop left, and then he came back, and then he was getting my information and stuff. And then I was like, oh, like, how did you guys know that somebody was in here, you know? And then he was like, oh, it's because one of your neighbors saw her jumping inside the window. And they saw her jumping inside the window, and that's when she called the cops. And I was like, oh my goodness. But he never told me who the person was. And then I was so nervous I forgot to ask him. But after he got my information and like he left, I went to the room, and then I could hear him going upstairs, like the cop. I stayed there waiting to see like where he was going, and then he knocked on the door, and then I hear him say like, oh, like it was you who had called like the police. And then I hear the lady like saying like, yes, like I saw her jumping inside the window, and then opening the door, putting up the spring, and then going back inside. And then like she's pretty much like was telling him like what she had seen. And then since I was looking out the window, I was able to see who the person was. So then after that, I think within like 10 minutes my baby daddy came. He came home from work. Like he was normally off like way later, but you know, he said he had an emergency, so he left. And he came, and I started like bawling, dude. I was like, oh my god, like I was so scared. I think the good thing was that I was awake, because I feel like if I would have just woken up with the police knocking on my door, I think it would have been way worse, because I was like, oh my god, like did she come to my room? Did she open the door? Did she touch my baby? Like I would have had so many questions. But since I was awake literally throughout the whole thing, I knew she didn't go to my room, you know? But either way, like I was so freaking scared. So then, yeah, like I tried to go to sleep, and then I woke up, and then I told my baby dad, I was like, oh, the lady upstairs was the one that called. I was like, I kind of want to like write her a letter and telling her like, oh, like thank you, you know, because shit, like if she wouldn't have called, if she wouldn't have like seen her, like I don't know what the hell would have happened. So I was just very grateful that she had done that. So I wrote her a letter, and I gave her a Starbucks cup, and I put it on her door. And then I don't remember if it was later that day or the following day, the lady went to my door and knocked, and pretty much to tell me what actually had happened, because like I said, at the time I didn't really know exactly how it had happened, because the cops didn't tell me. But since in my letter I had told the lady that I was pregnant, and that I had my 2-year-old son with me, and then like, you know, that I was so thankful that she had called. She came, and she felt guilty, because she was like, oh my god, she's like, I should have called way earlier. Like if I would have called sooner, I probably wouldn't have broken into her apartment. And then the lady told me that she saw her remove the spring, jump over the window, come back around, open my door, grab the spring, put it back on, and then go back inside. And the lady was like, the moment that I saw her like actually opening your window all the way, like about to jump in, she's like, that's when I called the police. Because she was like, oh my god, like because she had only been living there for like probably a couple months, so she didn't really know who lived there. So she was a Mexican lady, so she was like saying like, oh, like yo nomás estaba pidiéndole a Dios, you know, que cuidara whoever was in there y que no les hiciera daño. And she was so sweet. So after that, the lady gave me her phone number, and she told me like, oh, like if you ever need anything, let me know. She's like, give me a call, because I told her that my baby daddy would work nights and stuff. Y bueno, pues that's the story. Time somebody broke into my house. But ever since then, I have never forgotten to check my windows before going to bed. But you know what's crazy? Like, I feel like como que yo presentía, or I don't know if my, ¿cómo se le llama? Like, I don't know, your higher self. I don't know, girl, but I feel like something was telling me something was gonna happen, because 3 days before the girl broke in, I remember where I was in my car. We're gonna go grocery shopping, and then I was looking at the window, our living room window, and then I was like, I asked my baby daddy, I was like, "Is somebody breaking into the house?" And then he's like, "If the window's open, yeah." And then I was like, oh, I was like, fuck. I was like, hopefully that never happens. 3 days later, fucking somebody broke in. How? Jumping through the window. So you know what? Don't be stupid like me. Check your fucking windows before you go to bed. Be cautious of your surroundings wherever you go, because people are crazy out there, girl. So be safe, take care of yourself, and yeah, that's all I have for you guys for today. Let me show you guys my hair though, okay? Because I am proud of this baby. Heck along. Let me show you guys real quick. Miren hasta donde me llega. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon, okay? I'm not gonna tell you when I'm gonna post again, but I am gonna post more than I did last year. So stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't, and follow me on my social media. That's where I post almost daily on there, okay? Bye, cuídense. Nos vemos luego y que Dios los bendiga. Chao.